Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is you by Marcus Television Gamer, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be ranking all of my favorite Mario games. Let's get started. Alrighty, y'all. So before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on those post notifications so that you don't miss an upload. And yeah, also, I mainly wanted to make this video just to kind of celebrate Mario, even though Mario Day happened last weekend. But hey, you can never, it's never too late to celebrate Mario and all of his amazing games. In fact, I not only have games that feature him, but also some of, some of his friends and his brother, like Luigi's Mansion, Captain Toad, those games. So, yeah, let's get started with our number 10, number 11. Yeah, we got 11 games to go through, and actually, two of them are digital. So I'll have something planned for that. You're gonna have to wait and see when we get there. But in 11th place, I'm going to give this one to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Now, the only reason why I have this game as like my least favorite, that's kind of how we're doing the list. I should have mentioned that earlier. We're gonna do least favorite to most favorite. But the reason why I have this one as my least favorite is mainly because, the gameplay itself, like the battles, are pretty fun. A lot of strategy that goes into it. You can upgrade your character, and you can give them a bunch of different weapons. And then also you get to team up with the Rabbids, which they're kind of filled with personality. The only thing that the only negative thing that I kind of have to say about this is during like after the battle, after you finish the battle, there is some puzzles and challenges that you can do, but that's basically it. Most of the time you're just walking around, and it's like, it's not really the best. Like, after I finish the battle, I want to be dodging stuff, or at least talking to characters, or interacting with a lot of things while I'm making my way to the objective. That way it just doesn't feel so plain Jane. But otherwise, this is a really fun Nintendo Switch game. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get this on the eShop you can find this game on sale on the eShop for a pretty decent price. They also do have a sequel called Sparks of Hope, which I don't know if I'm gonna get. It looks like a cool game, but I haven't really finished this one yet, so I might pass. But yeah, so that's my number 11 spot. Next up in 10th place, I am going to give it to Super Mario Maker 2. This game is basically the sequel to Super Mario Maker, which came out in the Wii U, and yeah, this game is like super duper fun. You get to create your own levels. You can even build your own world. You can kind of essentially build your own full blown game, which is cool. Now, the reason why I have this in 10th is mainly because I just kind of lost my creativity mojo. Like, back then when I got this game, I had a lot of ideas going, and I don't know, it's just kind of a shame that I've lost my mojo. And now every time I play Mario Maker, I'm just playing the stuff that I made, and I'm not actually making anything. So I definitely need to get back into this game, try to play it more often, and try to be more creative, because this game it's really, 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 really cool. And I would definitely recommend it for sure. But now it's on to the number 9 spot. Coming up next in the number 9 spot, I have Mario Golf Super Rush, a pretty cool sports game that features Mario and all of his friends, and there's a ton of different game modes and courses to choose from. And what I really like about the game is the fact that it has its own story mode where you play as your Mii and you fight all these different bosses. And overall, it's a super fun and exciting game to play, and I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a fun Mario sports game. Coming up in 8th place, we have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Now, when it came to this game, I have decided that instead of just rating the games that are in here individually, I'm gonna kind of rank this based off of its like the whole experience, the whole package. And it's pretty solid, man. There are some really good games here. Super Mario Galaxy, which came out in 2007. You have Super Mario Sunshine, which I think came out in 2001 or maybe earlier than that, and then Super Mario 64, which was the first 3D Mario game, and it's really cool. I'm kind of glad that I got to be able to experience that. And the thing about this game was this released as part of Mario's 35th anniversary. So the fact that I got to, experience all of these games is really awesome. The only one that's not really my favorite out of the 3 is Super Mario Sunshine. I will say I've been playing more Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy, which, those two are great. Mario Sunshine, not that much. Now when it comes to like extra content, you do get to listen to all 3 of the soundtracks, and I think that's pretty much it. I do wish Nintendo would have put a little bit more into this, like maybe added some artwork or something, or maybe some fun backgrounds, or I don't know, something to really make this collection feel special. But otherwise, this is a really good collection. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it at like GameStop or Best Buy, but I think you should be able to find this online on Amazon, and I would definitely recommend picking this up if you want to kind of relive the 3D classics. So yeah, there is the number 8 spot. Coming up in 7th place, I'm going to give this one to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I really do like how Toad finally gets his own little adventure. And actually, this game originally came out on the Wii U. So yeah, Toad kind of gets his own little, it's like a puzzle adventure type of thing, and you got a whole bunch of fun little mini stages. You also get to play as Toadette in this game, and it's a decent little puzzler. In terms of downsides, I really can't think of much other than I haven't played this a lot, but I do think that this is pretty solid. And what's also neat about this is it has stages from Super Mario Odyssey, which is in this list. Now, where is it going to be ranked? I don't know. you're gonna have to wait and find out. But yeah, you can basically play with a friend, Amiibo support, all that fun stuff. Coming up in number 6, this is a game that I literally got today, but I have decided to kind of put it in here because it is part of the Super Mario experience, and that is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. This game is pretty cool. You get to kind of relive. Well, essentially, this game's like a port of the original Wii U game, but with some added features. Or I wouldn't necessarily say like added features, but maybe you get a couple of additional characters like Toadette and Nabbit. Nabbit doesn't take damage, but he can fall in pits. Now, Toadette on the other hand, she kind of has her own exclusive power-up called, I think it's called the Super Crown? Or the Crown Mushroom or something? I don't know, I forgot. But when you grab that, she becomes Peachette, which is actually in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as a playable character. So that's super cool. And yeah, it's just like your standard Mario game. Nothing too zany, just like good fun. You got your world map right there. I like how the world map is just like everything is in one place versus I think like the original Wii game, like you had to, if you wanted to go to the next world, you would have to click on like the world map, click on a button to access the world map and pick a world from there. Now, if you wanted to choose a world, you would go through like a pipe that's at the beginning of, towards like the beginning of a world, and you could just shoot there. So like, let's say you wanted to go from world 1 to world 5, boom, it'll shoot you straight there. So yeah, lots of cool little features. I like the backing of this too. It gives you a little bit of information of that. This is essentially what I was talking about, how Peach kind of has her own, or Toadette has her own unique little power-up. She can float. She can like float down when she jumps. And then got all these fun little stages right here. Boom, boom, boom. It says Mario anytime, anywhere with anyone. You can see everybody just having a good time. Up to 4 players. So yes, you can play with the family. But yeah, it's like a standalone Mario game. This works. This is a good starter. But I will say it is definitely not as good as my number 1 spot, and I'm gonna get to that. Next up in number 5, I have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which is kind of like another combo pack, and they're both really solid games. Especially Bowser's Fury. I like the fact that you can kind of roam around and go to these different areas and collect all the cat shines, and also battling Fury Bowser. It's really, really cool. And also Super Mario 3D World is great. So I'd say overall they are both top tier games, and I definitely would recommend checking them out. Next up in 4th place, we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This game is an absolute classic, a family classic at that. I love playing this game with my dad, cousins, uncle. It's freaking amazing, man. Like this game really, this game is like, you make fun memories when you're playing, and even though it's chaos at times, it's still really fun. And man, the booster course pass really takes things up to a whole nother level. Now if you're wondering what the Booster Quarters Pass is, it's basically like this little expansion that you could get for the game, and it adds like, I think, an additional like 12 more cups. Like that's a lot of tracks. There's a lot of like way more new tracks, and also the characters. There's more characters you can play as. For example, you can play as Diddy Kong, Wiggler, Kamek, Baby Piranha, and as I mentioned earlier, you can play as DeeJet, which he's kind of starting to become my favorite racer now. So yeah, definitely overall an absolute banger. And yeah, I do have a really fun story to share about this game, but I'm probably not going to. Maybe at the end of the video I'll share it. But I want to get through these last few games. Next up, in third place, and this is an absolute classic, a Nintendo Switch classic. I'm talking about Super Mario Odyssey. This game has like a major nostalgia, like very nostalgic for me, mainly because this was like the very first Switch game that I got alongside my Switch, and it's just a joy to kind of revisit it. You know, go back into the different kingdoms and find missing power moons. It's fun, guys. It's a really fun game. If you get a chance to play it, I totally would. In fact, I wonder, does this game have a demo? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. But next time you're at like a Best Buy or a GameStop, you should definitely consider trying that out on the little kiosks or the little demo stand or whatever, so you can experience how amazing it is. Now, if this was based on the nostalgia, this game would probably win, for sure. But it definitely does not beat these last two games. In second place, I'm giving it to Luigi's Mansion 3. Man, this game was spooktacular. Pun intended. No, for real, it was super duper fun. Getting to explore this haunted hotel. It's like no floor is the same, right? Like your first 3, maybe 4 floors are kind of like just plain Jane. But once you start reaching the 6th floor up, that's where things get interesting. Because you go from exploring, like being in the lobby, all the way up to like a freaking museum. There's one. What's another? There's so many of them to explore, and there's a whole bunch of ghosts that you get to vacuum up and kind of add to your collection. Speaking of which, the whole mechanic for capturing ghosts is just awesome. And it kind of gives you a challenge, because not only do you have to, suck them up with your vacuum, but they're gonna fight you in every way, shape, or form, trying to escape the suction. And so you gotta pull the left stick back to kind of. You gotta pull the left stick back to kind of suck them in, and then you have to fling them back and forth, do some damage, and then you can suck them up. There's a lot going on to it. Maybe I might do a gameplay for you guys if you wanna see that. But if you'll notice right here, right above Luigi, you have another companion. This guy is Gooigi, and he's kind of like the player 2. So you can play with another person, and he essentially functions the same way as Luigi. And you'll use him for different puzzles, and even in some of the boss battles as well, you'll have to use him. But it's just like, it's just amazing. Beating this game, it felt good. Considering how hard the final boss is, I gotta put, maybe I should put a little picture or something for that final boss battle, because I do have it. And y'all can see. Well, that's like the first phase, because you still have to beat King Boo, but it's awesome. By the way, apologies for me swinging the camera. But now it is time for the final game, and that is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. No, I'm kidding. That was my least favorite. But the number one absolute top tier best Switch game goes to Super Mario Brothers Wonder. This game right here, absolutely just round of applause. Holy mackerel, man. Like when Nintendo first revealed it in a Nintendo Direct, I'm like, oh wow, this looks fun. But actually getting to play it, I did get a chance to play it at a GameStop once, and it was fun getting to experience the Wonder Effect. But now actually owning the copy and beating the game, it's just like, wow. It's absolutely ridiculous. The first level kind of gives you a sense of how everything works, you know. It introduces you to the new elephant fruit. It kind of lets you smash blocks, and you can store water in your trunk and kind of splash it around. And then that's where you're also getting introduced to like the Wonder Effect. And also I forgot to mention, you do get to meet some talking flowers along the way. Yes, I said it. They're talking flowers. They literally talk to you, like they're like, hey, or you can do it, or they'll give you hints and stuff. It's cool. But the Wonder Effects, man, they are never the same. It's like like the thing with Mario Wonder is you gotta expect the unexpected, right? Like one Wonder Effect, you're like you become this like spike ball thing, or there's a Wonder Effect where you're this balloon and you have to avoid a bunch of spikes. Then there's a Wonder Effect where the pipes start moving around. There's a whole bunch of Wonder Effects, and that's what I like about the game. It's just how every level is something different. There's a different Wonder Effect, and it just kind of keeps you on your toes because you don't know what to expect. But also, what I do like too is, you know, how you trigger the Wonder Effect, because you need to get these things called the Wonder Flowers, and they're not always like hidden right. They're not always like easy to get. In some cases they'll be like right in front of you, but there will be other times where you have to kind of hit things or push things to access that Wonder Effect. And I like that idea. I like that because it kind of makes you work for it. And if you do end up missing that Wonder Flower or Wonder Seed, you can always go back in, look for it, and get it. And going through levels is a breeze. You know, like let's say you're already into world. Let's say you're already into World 3, but maybe you missed something in World 2. Instead of having to you know, go to the Petal Isles, which is kind of like the main. I wouldn't say hub world. Maybe like I don't know the best way to describe the Petal Isles, but maybe as its own, like, maybe a hub world, maybe a gateway. I don't know, but you would essentially. But it's essentially like its own little spot that has levels and stuff. But anyways, instead of having to go through that and then walk into that world, you can literally press the L button on your controller. I apologize if that took a little bit long to explain, but you press the L button on your controller and this little menu pops up and it has all your levels. All your levels that you've completed, and you can click on the one that you need to go back to, and boom, you're there. It's so nice, and even the badges too. The badges really give things a nice a nice change of pace, because there are some that will kind of give you different abilities. Like there's one that makes you go faster. There's a badge that gives you a mushroom at the start of the level, which is what I tend to use most of the time. But if, you know, if there's like a certain challenge that I need to do where a badge is needed, I can do that. Like, Mario Wonder is just absolutely, it's just awesome. What would I change about it if I had to give one little critique? Maybe some different bosses. I mean, Bowser Jr. is cool. I love his transformations, but maybe something different. Like maybe making one of them new enemies a boss with a different Wonder effect. I think that would be kind of cool. But hey, it's still one heck of an adventure, and yeah, I would 100% get this game as well as some of these other ones, because they're just loads of fun. So yeah, there it is, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, kind of like I mentioned before. And yeah, I put a lot of effort into this. Like especially for the number what? I think it was. Let me check for a sec, because there was a couple of them that I did voiceovers for. 9. Like for numbers 8 and 5, I ended up doing like voiceovers, and I actually have like the gameplay for those games. So yeah, I ended up playing a bunch of different games just to get the footage. And yeah, like I said, I really do hope you all enjoy it. And yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.